Well, the summit was attended by delegates of more than 40 countries, including 12 heads of state and government. Among them was Giorgi Kvirikashvili, the Georgian Prime Minister, who joins me now. Before we talk about what you've been doing in Georgia, what do you think this summit today in London will have achieved?
Well, I think, first of all, this was very important timing for having this summit. It was an important initiative put forward by Prime Minister of United Kingdom. As it was very well put by Prime Minister, there are three main facets. This is transparency, this is enforcement, and cultural change, fueled by new technologies and political will, of course. That is what makes anti-corruption engine work. And we can, as a Georgian Prime Minister, I can proudly say that Georgia has achieved a lot during the recent last years in battling corruption in our country via introducing numerous innovations like one-stop shop solutions for public services for individuals, and now we are expanding that to the legal entities, so that under one roof, single window principle, we will provide all services to individuals and legal entities. Also, a comprehensive e-procurement system which eliminates any chances for corruption, and also e-governance, e-budget, and also putting forward important initiatives, legislative initiatives to combat corruption. All together changes the culture in the country and also eliminates chances of corruption. One important innovation that was put forward very recently, this is constant monitoring of asset electronic declarations of high government officials, when civil service bureau can sue government official and also his relatives in case they notice any irregularities in his filing of asset declarations. This is a big initiative.
So it was all about stopping public officials from taking bribes, essentially, stopping that?
Absolutely, and I can say that according to various observations of reputable institutions, I can say that World Justice Project ranks Georgia first out of 13 Eastern European and Central Asian countries with the lowest corruption rate, and also 29th out of 102 countries worldwide. Global Corruption Barometer survey done by Transparency International says that only 4% of those polled in Georgia stated that they had paid bribes. This is a very low rate of corruption.
Isn't there a danger, though, that you've exported some of your criminals overseas? I mean, Germany, for example, has complained about Georgian crime gangs being responsible for a big crime wave and burglaries in Germany now.
Well, I think that perception is a little bit outdated, because very recently we placed police attachés in all the member states in Europe, and we have excellent progress in tackling crime in European countries, and we have excellent cooperation. Very recently, our Minister of Interior visited France, Germany, and some other European countries, and we can definitely say that we have huge progress in tackling crime issues.
So are you giving your advice to other governments now?
Well, yes, of course, some of the governments take advices, and the model of public service hall, which will be expanded also to cover legal entities and the needs of legal entities. This is a very good concept exported from Georgia. And also I would say that the progress that we achieved during the last decades shows that if there is political will and if there is overwhelming support of the population, you can achieve a lot. And Georgia, starting from the beginning of the 90s, has transformed itself from a country with a civil war to a country with one of the best, lowest corruption rates in the world.
Prime Minister, we have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.